Hello everyone, myself Mohammad Ramiz. I welcome you all on behalf of Saraswat International Academy. My subject is social science and today we are going to see the chapter number 1, that is Heritage of India. Students, in this chapter we are going to learn the topics such as natural heritage of India, cultural heritage of India, the different monuments built by our ancestors, and about the different tribes of the people from different country who have came and settled down in India. So as you can see the name of the chapter, Heritage of India. So from this heritage means that the things which are given to us by our ancestors, so that is a heritage. So see the first point, India is a land, India is a place of ancient culture. Ancient culture means we are having the oldest culture. Ancient Indian scripture. Scripture is like the ancient book written by the sages such as Rig Ved, Samved. The same way, the ancient Indian scripture, the book that name is Vishnu Puran, states that you can see the Sanskrit verses given. Uttara yat samudrasya himadreshya dakshinam varshitad bharat nam bharti yatra sanstit. For understanding these verses, you should have the geography knowledge about the landmass of India. So, as you can see in the north of India, there is a natural boundary of Himalayas, and in the other three side, in the other three direction, that is west, south, and east of India, we will see the water boundaries. So in the west of India, we have the Arabian Sea. In the south of India, we have Indian Ocean, and in the east of India, there is a Bay of Bengal. So here they are saying that from all the four sides, the boundaries of India are having the natural boundary. Himalayas in the north, and in the south, Indian Ocean is there. It is said that new descendants are called Indian. It means that whoever born on this landmass of India will be called as Indians. Now see the second point. In the beginning of any auspicious ceremony, Bharatvarsha, Bharatkhand, Jambudvip and Aryavarta etc. words are used while taking resolution. So here they are saying that in the beginning, in the starting of any of the auspicious occasion, we use such words Bharatvarsha, Bharatkhand, Jambudvip and Aryavarta. Now see the third point. Our country is gifted with the natural boundaries Himalayas in the north and sea in the east, west and south. This we have discussed in the first point, that in the north of India there is a Himalayas, and in the other three sides of India we have a water boundaries. Now the fourth point, from all over the world different countries mesmerized, fascinated by the Indian prosperity. They all from the here they are saying that from the different part of the world, the different countries, they are fascinated by seeing the Indian prosperity, and by seeing this prosperity of India, they came here to trade, and they settled over here and they mingle. Mingle means they mix up with the Indian culture. We have seen this in the 9th standard also, that Dutch, British, France, these people have came over here by attracting towards the Indian trade. They have settled over here and they have mixed up with the Indian culture. Now, see the last point. Due to the mutual exchange, many changes have seen in our culture. In this way, our heritage is transferred from generation to generation and is continuously progressing. So here it is said that different tribes who have came over here and settled over here in India, and the Indian our Indian ancestors, they have mingled. Mingle means they have mixed up and they have changed their ideology, exchanged the ideology with each other. So in this way our heritage is transferred from generation to generation and it is still continuously progressing. Now our new topic is India, location and area. We have already studied this in 9th standard about the present area and location of India. It was very vast in ancient India. At the time of the Maurya, the king Ashoka, The neighboring countries of India were in the part of India, like Bangladesh, Pakistan. These were all included in India itself. And now, area wise, India ranks 7th in the world. And population wise, India ranks second. First is China, and population wise, India ranks second. So, two things are discussed over here. One thing is about that area wise, India ranks 7th in the world, and population wise, India ranks second in the world. Now, the new topic, that is rich and varied heritage. See the first point. Our motherland has bestowed rich and varied heritage. Bestowed means our motherland have gifted us with what? With rich and varied. Varied means different heritage to us as so as to the world. Indian culture have been trade oriented and peace loving. So we have studied in the 9th standard itself that from the very ancient time, India is a country where the people used to do trade. That's why the different countries of Western European countries have came to India for the purpose of trade. And India is also a country which is believing in peace loving. We believe in non-violence. Now see the next thing. Sat, Chit and Anand are realized from Indian culture. Sat means truth, Chit means consciousness, and Anand means happiness. So these are the three important things, and this Sat, Chit and Anand are realized from Indian culture. These things are given to the world by from the Indian culture. Now see the second point. Besides this, Indian culture prosper with the mutual exchange of different cultures of other countries which came to India and settle here. This we have discussed in the introduction thing that different tribes have came to India and settled over here, and Indian ancient our ancestors and the different tribes, they have exchanged the ideas, and the heritage was prospered. They've accepted the values of non-violence. They means the people who had came in India. They have accepted the values of what? Non-violence and peace, which have been adopted and admired by the world. And today, the whole world is praising Indian about its two important thing, that is non-violence and peace loving. India is known for its non-violence and peace loving country. Now see the next point. People right from the beginning of Indus Valley civilization, from the Harappan civilization till today, have made our country rich and wealthy with their what? So from the ancient time, from the Harappan civilization till now today, the people of India have made our culture rich and wealthy by the ways of intellectuality, ability, talent, and skill. So the conclusion of this para is about that from the Harappan civilization, from the Indus Valley civilization till now, Indian people have always shows their intellectuality, ability, talent, and skill, and have keep the name of India at the top of the world. Now see the next point. Innumerable scholars, thinkers, artists, artisans, sages, saints, scientists, and historians have contributed to the growth and development of our culture. So here it is said that innumerable means uncountable. There are uncountable scholars, thinkers, artisans, sages, saints, scientists, and historians who had given the contribution, who had given their contribution in the growth and development of our culture. This same thing you will learn in the chapter 4th and 5th of this standard, 10th standard, that India have given their contribution in the medical and surgery, chemistry, in the Vastu Shastra, in the astrology, in the astronomy, and the different books and the scriptures were written by the Indian scholars. Now see the next point. Culture is a sum of habits, values, customs, tradition, and conduct of lifestyle of human. So what culture is? Culture is about the sum total of habits and the values. Like Indian people are having the values for the non-violence, the customs, the traditions, the conduct of lifestyle of the human beings of any particular place is its culture. Now we will see the meaning of culture. Culture means a way of life. Way of life means the lifestyle of the human beings. It is made of changes that occur in public life, social rules, and regulations of different societies. It can be said that culture is what? Culture is about total sum of habits, the values, the customs, traditions, and ideology, leading the humans to the highest level. Students, this used to be asked for the 1 mark, that what is culture. So you have to remember this definition, that culture is about total sum of habits, values, customs, tradition, and idols, leading humans to the highest level. Now see the next new topic, culture heritage of India. Heritage means a valuable gift from our forefathers to us. This we have discussed in the very starting of the chapter, that heritage is about that things which are gifted to us by our ancestors. Indian history is thousands of years old. So Indian history is about thousands of years old. Indian culture is a very ancient culture. We say in school pledge, in the school we take the pledge, and in that we say that I love my country and I am proud of its rich and varied heritage. So we all take the pledge in the school, and in that we say this line, that we all love the country, our country, and we are proud of its rich and the varied culture. Varied culture means diverse culture. Now, see the next point. In this context, heritage is a precious, very important gift from our motherland to the whole world about mysteries of human life. So, there are unexplainable mysteries and discoveries which were done by the Indian people and given to the world, such as in the field of chemistry, metallurgy, Vastu Shastra, astrology, astronomy, in the mathematics. So in the different field, India have developed and prospered and given these things to the whole world. So we divide our heritage into two divisions, that is natural heritage of India and cultural heritage of India. Natural heritage of India is about the things which are gifted to us by the nature, and cultural heritage of India is about that the monuments and the things which are built by the our Indian ancestors. So this both thing we will discuss in the ahead session of this chapter.